All right, guys, we are back, and here, welcome to video 2, and we're going to talk about the essentials for success. I want to kind of break down some of the tools that you will need to make sure that you are following the protocol accurately, getting your mind right, and also creating the environment for success with your circle of influence. So some of the things I'm going to show you, you'll have in any diet, right? But some of the things that are tools you have for this particular protocol are unique to our advanced HCG diet protocol. So of course, you're gonna need an accurate digital body weight scale. It doesn't matter what brand it is, as long as it actually tells you your digital weight. Now, some people go as far as having the digital weight scale does body fat percentage, bone density, water, what have you. That's cool to have. I have that kind of a scale, but it could drive you crazy if you're obsessing over the numbers and over the the body fat percentage and what have you. Okay. Also, you're going to want to have a digital food scale. This protocol requires you every single day for every single meal when you're prepping, what have you, that you have to weigh out all your proteins in a raw state and make sure they're at least at the amount of what we have on our protein chart. Absolutely crucial for success. The vegetables you don't need to weigh out, and of course the fruits you don't need to weigh out, but the proteins are essential. That's what makes HCG Body for Life, HCG Body for Life. The fact that we change the proteins to ensure that you never go under 550 calories, you never go into those stalling mode because of starvation, and the fact that you could have continued fat loss and you preserve lean muscle. So a digital food scale is absolutely crucial. One of the most important tools you'll use throughout this journey and throughout the rest of your life is a tape measure. This proves the accuracy of your fat loss. Inches equal fat loss. There's time where that digital scale is going to tell you one thing or another, depending if you're a woman and it's that time of the month, you're holding on to water, you're bloated, or if you're not hydrated properly, the scale can change. If you didn't get enough sleep the night before, you can have different numbers on the scale when it may not necessarily give you accurate feedback from what you ingested the day before. Your diet could have been right on the money, but because of the time of the month or because of lack of sleep or some other factor, the scale can give you an inaccurate response, which could cause you to go off the deep end. So every week we encourage you, I'm telling you, you must do weekly body measurements. This is going to be crucial for you to get accuracy. Inches equal body fat, like I said. Therefore, maybe one week you thought you only lost 2 or 3 pounds, but you did measurements, you saw you lost 10 inches, which meant you lost 2% in body fat. And if we do the math compared to how much you weigh, you actually lost 5 or 6 pounds that week, or 4 pounds that week. And so sometimes the scale is going to give you a number that's going to send you down the rabbit hole. But this tape measure will never lie to you, and it also will tell me if you're losing muscle versus body fat. If your scale says you lost 6 pounds, but the tape measure says you lost 1 or 2 inches, this tells me that you're losing lean muscle instead of body fat. That means your nutrition plan needs to be modified, your protein needs to be increased, and so this feedback is absolutely crucial. We also recommend, of course, you have our book, HCG Body for Life. This is a great reference guide for you to kind of go through and get the nuances, like I had the nuances of what the HCG diet is, how it works, if you want to know that. So we always say you should have our HCG Body for Life book. Some people like to read and highlight things, and they have, we have our modules here, but I highly recommend this book. One of the books that Jay and I highly recommend each and every one of you go out and get is Feelings Buried Alive by Carol Trueman. This book will change your life. There's so much going on in your emotional journey. If you don't, there's some keys to success in here, some things you're going to find out about yourself, and it may give you an aha moment for why you've been sabotaging along the way in every protocol you've ever done. We're going to be also talking about this book and going through this book and having some discussions about it, because it's so crucial to the mind, getting your mind right throughout this journey. Remember, Jenny and I talked about in our welcome video that this is a mind, body, spirit journey. It's an emotional and physical journey. And following the protocol perfectly is one aspect of it, but keeping the weight off and keep following it long enough to get to your end result is the key. And a lot of times, emotionally, you'll get distressed and derail yourself from your journey. So we want you to get Feelings Buried Alive, Never Died. I promise you it will change your life. For some of you, we'll recommend that you get B12 MIC shots. These are called MIC shots. They actually help the liver process more fat. Remember, the HCG is mobilizing fat in large quantities, anywhere from 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 calories a day, depending on your size and your gender. and the liver is being overloaded with fat. And even though the liver it knows how to ramp up its function, this will help detox the body and help detox the liver so it can function better and help you release body fat more effectively. We also have B12 cannabis shots. These are B12 shots. You guys, I'm sure you've heard about it. You go to your doctor, you get once a week. We recommend doing a small amount of daily B12 shots. This will give you energy. As you know, we're going to be encouraging you to work out. We're going to actually be walking you through some workouts where your body's going to have to get used to that type of output. And so we want you to have enough energy to do that. And so this will help you do that. If you're 35 and up, and if you're beyond the childbearing years, say perimenopausal, premenopausal, or menopausal, or postmenopausal, I'm going to highly recommend that you get on the HCG gel. Human growth hormone is the mother of all hormones. It actually helps the body moderate all the hormones in the body, but helps you be able to preserve and add lean muscle and burn more fat. Now, granted, HGH really gets more effective the longer you've been on it, but this is something that we came across 2 years ago. I wish I could have given this to my clients over the last 11 years, but getting HGH injections are also illegal for me to sell them or get them to you. Also very expensive. This transdermal gel is the only one of its kind. I'm telling you that Jane and I have been on it for 2 years. It's on my bedside, one can on mine and one on hers. I use it every day, twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day for the last 2 years. It's been a life-changing event, so I highly recommend you add the gel. This is something that people before you never had an opportunity to have. This will help you maintain your weight long term, turn up the furnace in your body, create lean muscle, crazy cool stuff. So those are your essential tools. Now we have some supplements, stuff like that we're going to have that we have in the book that we recommend. A multivitamin, a little L-carnitine to help your metabolism, and for women, like a male multivitamin and women's multivitamin. Other than that, that's some omega-3, and vitamin D3. Those are probably all the supplements that you'll need, along with your essentials. But this is the most important part of the whole journey. Some of you guys have gone through this journey alone. Some of you guys have actually been sneaking and hiding this protocol from your spouses and your kids and significant others. I'm telling you, that's a recipe for disaster. Every private client that comes to me, the number one thing I make them do, if they're married or in a relationship or have a significant other or have teenage kids, even young kids, is to sit down and explain to them what you're going to be going through for the next 8, 12 weeks. And that the fact that you're going to need their help, you're going to need them to be on board. There's a lot of well-meaning spouses that are just, they're used to you kind of doing this journey and going down this diet thing and then quitting and giving in. So you want to sit down and explain to them how important it is. You want to share your pain with them. There's something right now that got you here. There's a why that got you here to get this coaching program. And you need to sit down and share that with them. You need to be vulnerable and say, look, this is my pain point. Being in this body right now is causing me this, and this, and I need to fix this problem. And I need to go through this journey, and I want you to help me. And what does helping look like? For some of you, maybe simply just telling your spouse, hey, I know you're being helpful, but don't ask me if I want a bite of your cake or ice cream, or try not to eat in front of me, or don't ask me if I want to go out to cocktails when you know that I've already told you I can't. If you ask them to come on board and they actually agree to come on board, then you can hold them accountable for when they start to mess up, and also give them the autonomy to say no. And a lot of times, unfortunately, I have spouses. I have clients that have spouses that they don't have a need for it, they don't want to, they're not very supportive, and that's when you turn to your coaches, you turn to your tribe to get that support, and you turn to your close friends who care about you. Okay. Now you're going to get some pushback along the way, and if because of the type of diet we're doing, the protocol we're doing. But the point is that the more you can elicit your tribe and get everybody on the same page that know you're doing, so you can't go and hide. See, this is the thing. If you don't tell anybody, it's easy for you to go and hide and disappear and go. Anytime I ever want to do anything huge, just 2 years ago, actually a year ago, I was recovered from my third of 5 back surgeries. In the middle of back surgeries, I decided to take my body that got completely knocked out of whack. It almost looked like I did when I first started 11 years ago from all the surgeries, not being able to walk for 7 months. And I had to go back to the gym, and I decided I was going to challenge myself to do something I'd never done before, something that scared the crap out of me. And so I hired a trainer and a coach, and I said I wanted to become a physique competitor. I wanted to become a competitive athlete at 58 years old. And last June, I took the stage for the very first time in a physique competition. I took 3rd place, 5th place overall. I was the oldest person in the competition by 10 years, and it was one of the proudest moments of my life. And the reason why I was able to accomplish that, because I told everybody the day I bought the ticket to sign up for the competition. I went on Facebook and told them, I said, I'm gonna be doing a competition. I'm giving myself 16 weeks to Stretchville. Some of you may remember that journey, that you may be clients of mine or previous followers. And I showed them what I was doing. I showed them I was going to the gym twice a day. I showed them I was working out. I showed them what I was eating. I talked about the good, the bad, and the ugly. But I had a tribe cheering for me. And there was plenty of times I wanted to quit. There was plenty of times when my back was still hurting. I ended up having two other surgeries after that. But because I had a commitment and because I told the world, I knew I couldn't quit on myself. I'm asking you right now to be vulnerable, to do the scary thing, to walk into your power, step into your power, but also step into your vulnerability. Get the people that love you around you and tell them why you want to do this. Tell them why you're in pain. Tell them what it is you want to accomplish. There are going to be some they're going to tell you you're pipe dreaming, right? Just leave those people aside. But you want to let people know and speak your truth in existence. Speak your final outcome into existence. Tell them you're going to go into this protocol, and if it's 100 pounds you need to release, I'm going to do this protocol, I'm going to release 100 pounds. So if it's 50 pounds or 20 pounds, whatever it is, I'm going to release it. I'm going to do it now. I'm doing this 12-week transformation program. I hired a coach, a group of coaches, and they're going to help me get to that goal, and I want you to be on my team. And all that means is just supporting me, giving me that a girl or that a guy, and saying, hey, you got this. I'm proud of you. I can see you losing some pounds and inches. Good for you. Keep going. If you elicit your tribe and you surround yourself by the people that truly love you, and you bring your heart and soul to this program, I promise you, you're gonna look and feel amazing, but you're also gonna be proud of yourself. I gotta tell you, when I transformed my body, it made anything and everything possible for me. It made it possible to start over, to recreate myself, to build a brand that now services 50 countries around the world. I get to talk to people like you and help you get to your better half, your better self, right? All because I was willing to step out of my fear, take a chance on something, follow the rules, and I'm here now. So I'll see you in the next video. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so proud of you for being here. You got this. Let's do this. See you soon. Bye.